Good morning and welcome to Art Through a Lens with Trudy. Sorry it's been quite a while since I did a video, even though I promised one every week. I'm not getting out as much now to take photographs because I've gone full time with my business now, and it's doing fantastic, and I love all the support I'm getting from each and every one of you. So every little helps as well. So if you follow me on YouTube, subscribe and ring that bell, that also will help in my small business and keep me going. So it's fantastic that I'm actually doing full time what I actually love doing, and I love the feedback I'm getting from every one of you regarding inspiring and motivating you, because that is what it's all about. Turn your drab photography, you know, if you go out on a dull day and it's rubbish, and then you get them on the PC, always looks good in that little square bit on your camera, doesn't it, on your little screen, and you think, hey, I've taken the shot of the day here, and then you get it home, put it on your PC, and you think, oh, it's not that good, is it? No, it's not that good. No, look at that. Nah. And you put the colours in, you try and edit it in Lightroom, bring some colours back and everything else, and it's still just not right. That's when you can bring it into your Photoshop and apply my textures over the top of them and try and achieve something totally different, piece of art, and create whatever you want. And as long as you like it, that is all that matters. Okay, so I've not tried this one before. This is from God, where was this? We'd seen, I think this was on the side of the Lake District, and we'd seen a photograph of it, me and my partner, and there was more of the ship, there was more of the body up here showing and things like that when we saw a photo of it on Google. So we thought, oh, we like abandoned boats, we'll go and take that, and it wasn't what we expected at all. It was it was okay, but it's just not what I wanted. So I got this shot of it. I got a few shots, but I like this shot because it's close up. I love detail. I love to see some detail. So far all I've done with my photograph is I have some papers, some like canvas plain papers, and I've just moved that over because that was the original picture with no canvas behind it, and that's with a canvas behind it because I like to start it with it has been painted before I've even done anything with a texture. So I always like drag it over a canvas paper as well. So that's what I've done here. So I've not even tried, I've not experimented, so bear with me, it might not even turn out. If it doesn't, you won't see it on the video. So let's get cracking. Now, all my textures are here. I keep them in my own little folder now. So each collection I do, I drag them in here. And that's my latest one, the shades of green. I don't think green will go with this, or pink though. So I love my neutral collection, and I love splashes collections. It all depends on your photograph. So you can't just live with one texture, believe me. I've got millions of textures, and every time I bring a new collection out, I work with those because it's more interesting, because you get bored, don't you? Everybody gets bored. So I'm not even gonna think about what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna drag over what I like and just see what happens. So here you go. So I'll just make my picture smaller as well, and we just drag it over, click the tick, and again go to your blend modes on the right hand side there and go through all your blend modes and see if there's anything. Remember, we are not looking for the whole scene to be changed. It could be the sky that you like, it could be something in the foreground that you like, or actually something on the subject. So we're just looking for something, and I like all those already. You're looking for something. But you never know what until you see it. And that's what textures is all about. It just gets you creating and trying things. Now, I love that, but obviously it's darkened everything else as well. So I'm gonna just what's that called again? I always forget what they're called. I always get mixed up with that. It's a new layer mask, isn't it? Or a vector mask. Right, so that's your vector mask. I think that's changed. It never used to say vector mask there. So add your vector mask and then go over to your brushes. Now, what am I on? A soft brush, and obviously I want to change my opacity down to about 37, flow in the 30s as well. Change your brush size, and I want to take it off the boat just gently, just like you're painting. Just take it off, because I don't want all those details hidden. Where you don't want that pattern of texture, you just remove it. So I don't want it there, don't want it here. Okay, so just keep going over it. This does it subtly because you've got your opacity and your flow low, so you've got more control of how much texture you remove from your scene. And where you want the light to be and where you don't want the light to be. So it is all about painting the light back in. If you don't want a harsh line, make sure you're on the soft and do a bigger brush, just so it evens that out a little bit instead of a harsh line. Okay, so I think I'm liking that. I'm not sure really. Let's just change go back, click on your texture. Not that. Control Z. What have I done there? Okay, so click on your texture and go down on your fill. And that just reduces it a little bit more. So that's without and that's with. Okay, so then go ahead and choose your next texture. And like I say, I don't know what I'm wanting. I don't know what colour I'm wanting the image to be. I am just trying it. So if you don't see anything you like, see, I love the blue on the right hand side of the boat because that makes my boat stand out. So what I'm going to do is straight away make a vector mask and just go over my boat just to make sure. Remember, that's always on the black because the background is white. Just keep it off the boat. I'm going to keep that blue on the right hand side, all that there, because that's what I'm liking. That's why I chose that texture, just because of that little blue bit there it gave me. So again, I'm going to choose something with some splashes on, drag it, you can twist that, you can rotate it, you can do anything that you want. If you see something that you don't want it to be in a certain place, you just rotate it. And if it doesn't give you anything, what do? You drag it to the bin. That's what you do. Like I'm going to do now. Drag that to the bin because that did not work. It doesn't matter if it works or not. You've tried it. Let's try this one, see? A dark one. Let's see what a dark one gives us. Sometimes you probably watch my videos and you think, oh my God, I can't believe she's trying that. But sometimes they work. So it's always worth. You see, I'm liking that for some reason. not sure. I'm not sure. Look at the colours in that. Ooh. See, I love the foreground bit, but I don't know if that'd work then. You know what? I'm going to try it. Because if you don't try, you never know. And if it don't work, you're not committed to anything because you can just delete it. So what I'm liking here is this foreground here. Okay. So what I want to do is delete everything else. So I'm just going to go over all my image. But I don't want that texture to be. And see what I get. I know it's looking nothing yet. But you don't panic. You don't panic at all. You just take it away. Just slowly. Because you might like to keep something. Just gently there. So I want the shadow still for the boat. But I didn't want that horrible mucky muddy foreground as it had before, you see. So now this looks like it's been painted. I'll just like make my brush smaller just to show the rope still. Obviously you can take more time on this, or otherwise you'd be watching an hour video instead of 35 minutes. So just go over, removing more where you don't want it. I'll tell you what, I'm liking that now. See, it only takes one stupid middle like that. I mean, look at that texture I've just put on there. I mean, it's a gorgeous texture, but you wouldn't dream of ever pouring it over that then, would you? And that, to me, has just made that image already. But you know what I'm like? I've got to add another one just to make sure. So I'm having a cup of tea as well. So if you hear me slurping, it's just me having a drink of coffee. Okay. Before it goes cold. So you know what? I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that how it is. But yes, we will crack on and see if anything else like this one here. That maybe brings something and balances it out on the right hand side a little bit more. So keep the darker area to the bottom, lighter to the sky. Click the tick. Oh my lordy lord. Oh, I get so excited. My cat's coming towards me now. I'm trying to stop her walking over my pad. Or she'll do something wrong on my keyboard like she usually does. She's a naughty. She just jumped down now. Did you hear her? Poof! Really heavy feet. Oh, look at that pin light. Yeah, dear. Right. So many on there I like. Now, if you're not sure on what that texture's just given you, just click on and off. You see. So it wasn't giving me what I thought it was giving me. So change again. Now what was that one giving me? Some of the rust colour. No. So what is it giving me on soft? It's giving me a lot of things on soft, isn't it? But do I want it all? That's the thing. I think I like the oh, do I? I think I like some of this dark area here. So what I'm going to do is make a mask anyway. And I'm just going to make my brush big. And just remove it again from where I don't want it. This just does it subtly again because I'm still on low opacity and low fill. I just think, again, it gives you more control of where you want that to be and where you don't want it. If you want some of the splashes kept, you just keep whatever you want in. It's your piece of art, it's your painting. Sometimes if you have the opacity and the flow up to 100% or even 80, 70, 60, you just see this harsh line from light to dark of you moving your texture away. Or if you go over slightly with on low opacity and fill, it doesn't matter, you don't get that edge or that glow like you've eaten your ready bread porridge. And again, I can just sweep over really light and just have the rust colour where I'm wanting that, which is just here. So you can then now click before and after and see if there's any more that you want to take out. Okay, so I just want to bring out some more of that blue there. So just keep on sweeping and then check again. Yeah, so I'm liking that. So again, go down your textures. Let's see what else we're looking for. Let's just give it a soft look. See what a soft look does for us now. You never know. You try anything you've got. There's plenty of textures to choose from. And that's what sometimes you need. Sometimes you need to just try something new. What's that giving me actually? It's not giving me anything, is it? Didn't think it changed then when I went onto there. So overlay, what's that giving me? It's making more blue, isn't it? I don't like it. I'm needing a wow factor texture now. So that's not done it for me. So into the bin, there you go. Now, let me think. Let's try this dark one. Come on, let's go for a dark one. The other dark one transformed that image totally. So let's see what this gives us. Sometimes you can be pleasantly surprised. You know, and if you ever go on to something like that and you just think, oh my God, that texture has completely covered my image, so no, I can't use that. Sometimes if you like something about it, like the colours and things like that, you can always click on it anyway and just reduce your fill. And you can see a totally different image like I am now. Ooh, yes. See how painterly now that looks. Right, I'm having that one. Get my mask on there and then remove it from the boat, making that boat stand out again. I think I've just found my wow factor. And that's what you're looking for. You're transforming that image. And I love the little, circles here. All the circles, just to give it some, more texture and more interest. Take your time. I want that to be white still, so remove it there so that stands out still. I'm loving that now. So let's see it without. That's just made more focus on the boat, I think. Might just go over the sky there with a bigger brush and just do sweep, just to bring the orange glow out still more there. So we've got the orange glow. That is stunning. I love it. Now the only thing I think that ruins this, okay, is one of my textures before. I'll just zoom in. I'll just go on to my move tool to point there. This was a crease line in some textured paper here from one of the textures. Now it looks like a reflection in water, but what is it a reflection of? You see what I mean? This isn't texture, by the way. This is actually the water line on the boat itself, because it was there on my original photo. But what I want to do here is remove that, because I think it looks wrong and it doesn't suit my image. Plus I might take that out and I might take that out as well. Not sure of those two, but these I'm definitely going to try and take out now. So what I'm going to do is Control, Alt, Shift and E together, and that stamps my image together there. So now when I try and remove things, it'll let me. So I usually just get my lasso tool and you just draw around. If you do a little bit at a time, it does it usually better. Okay, so you got your marching ants around what you want to remove. Right click and then fill. Content aware is checked. Color adaptation 100% opacity. Click OK and that gets rid of it. So we do it again. Just do it on a little section at a time. Marching ants, fill, OK, and get rid of it. And then again, go around, right click, fill, content aware, 100%, OK, get rid of it. And you just carry on doing that until you're happy with anything you don't want in your picture. Usually it does a really good job. Sometimes I've actually gone round a larger area, but sometimes it gets confusing and some of the boat ends up in there. So that's why I like doing a little bit at a time, a little bit of a section at a time. So I'm going to zoom in here. And I'm just going to go around that, because I think I am going to remove that. There you go, and fill. Gone. And gone. So Control and D to end that selection. Zoom back out. So yeah, that's taking your eye away from that white crease of a texture there. So anything else you didn't want, like any of your drops here and there that you didn't like, you can also get rid of as well. Okay, there's nothing stopping you doing anything of that like that. So also what I might do, might go on Control and L, just increase the whites. I always think it makes it pop and stand out a little bit more. That's to higher than like mid colours, you know, so you can darken it, you can lighten it, just get it to what you like. It's very sensitive, so sometimes you only have to do it a little bit. So have it to there, and we'll lower the darks now. Put 3 in there. Okay, so I am liking that now. That's lovely, isn't it? I like that. Now, if there's anything you want to just try, you can try another texture. It's always worth just trying another texture, because you never know what you're going to get. I love that one, but sometimes it's too bright. I can't have it bright, really. That's me drinking, by the way, while I'm just scrolling through my textures. I'm not sure what colour I'm needing. I don't know if to brighten it up a little bit. Come on, let's just try this. From my Dreams collection. Let's see what this gives us. Might be totally horrible. Ooh. When you hear me go, ooh. It's that was really nice colours. There's so much choice. This is the only thing I don't like about it, you know, is I don't know which to choose. You've got to ask yourself, does it add anything? Does it add anything? Or does it take away to what it was? So, if you're not sure, look at it before, look at it after. See, I'm loving the colours in that, the blues and the reds and the oranges, and I think it suits the rusty boat. So I'm telling you what I think I'm needing more of then. I think I'm needing more blue. Blue and whites. But you know what? I'm just going to give this a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. It's just showing you that, go back to my pen tool there. It's just showing you that I can choose something like that and be not 100% about it, because I'm missing the sky colour and the boat. So by doing that, my computer's on a go slow now, look. Can't keep up with my computer. Just bought a new one as well. It's supposed to be more memory. I do waffle, don't I? I do. It annoys me though. You know, when you buy a new computer to try and improve everything and it's not as good as you thought it'd be. And it's on a delay, look. That's happening on its own. So I might as well have another drink of my coffee while it's working away. It's caught up now. So again, if you're not sure, click on, click off. So I don't like this bit. I'll probably end up have nothing left of that texture in a minute. But it's you keep what you want and you get rid of what you don't. So it's still working away, isn't it? So what has that added now? Is that better with or better without? I think it is better with. Just brings these detail out a little bit more, I think. A little bit more. Right, let's go find a blue texture, just something different. But I don't know what colour blue. Let's try this. I might even go back to my neutral selection if this one doesn't work. Just a quick scroll down. See how many images you can get? It's just unbelievable how many images you could actually make. Let's just click on and off that. Just reduce the fill, just to give you an idea. Is there anything I'm liking on there? No. So drag it down into the bin. Let's go back up to my neutrals. And let's just which one am I gonna have? This one. I love this one. This is my favourite out of them all in my neutral collections. Might not give me anything, but we don't know until we try. Click on and off to see if it's giving you anything anywhere that you want to keep. No. No, so drag that down to the bin. I think I'm needing a dark blue. Don't be afraid to try anything. Might be too much, or it might just fit right. You never ever know unless you try. Right, okay. To the bin you go. Let's go finding some blues. So this one. I'm hoping this is the one. But I'm always hoping that. So just keep on checking. See, I love the rust against blues. You see what I mean? Just reduce the fill to that. See, that's gorgeous, isn't it? But what I'm going to do is go back on my texture, Control T. Now I'm in the blend mode I'm liking at the moment, because I like the blue against the rusty boat. So click on the texture, click on Control and T, and you can actually have more of the blue where you want it. So now I've covered the whole area there. And click the tick button when you're happy, and then make a vector mask, and then we're just going to bring out my boat again. Still on 37 and 33. Just gently remove it, any blue tinges from your boat. And maybe just gently sweep along there, along the horizon. Just to bring any light bits back. Okay, so I'm really liking that. It does play with my eyes though, these lines across the boat. But it'd be too much hassle to take those out, I think, because of these diagonal lines going down the boat. But you know what, I'm going to Control, Shift, Alt and E. And again, go to my lasso tool. And I'm just going to try. I mean, I know they're normal, they come with the boat, but sometimes it just plays with your eye. So we'll see if it does a good job of removing them. And even if it just removes a bit of it, it stops your eye going across like it's straight, like straight lines. So just move like little bits. And you can take your time doing what you want to do. I'm just looking for where it's not got line. I'm not going to get rid of all the lines. Control and D to end selection. It's just going to not look like a straight line going all the way across there. Don't mind a bit. This might not do a good job because it's might make it flat, appear flat. Anything's worth trying. If it don't work, you don't have to do it. So just keep on doing it until you're happier with it. So Control and D to end selection. So I'm happier with that now. That's not as in my face going across the whole area of the boat there. Okay, because it looked weird because it actually lined up with the horizon as well, which didn't sit right with me. But I am liking that. What I'm going to do though, as always, I'm going to add my own ropes. I like my ropes. So you click on add new layer, create a new layer there, so it produces a checkerboard pattern. You go on your brushes. If you don't know how to get your brushes there as well, you can go to Windows, tick on brushes, and it'll appear there then. So anything on here that you want to have shortcuts to will end up in your little toolbox here. Okay, so that's my brushes. I'm just needing my general brush. Because I use a pen, I also get the soft pressure size brushes as well. So I want a hard pressure brush, but a very small one. Let's try 5. Increase the opacity to 70 maybe, and the fill to around the same. I'm on the brush tool, I'm on white, and all you got to do is think. You can add your own rope wherever you want, because it's your piece of art, remember that, okay? And just sweep. And if you want another one, just sweep. And it's just like that. And if you want another one, just sweep. And it looks like it's tied down a little bit more. And in here, if you think it's too wide, you can actually lower the opacity here a little bit, just so you're giving the inclination and the imagination that there's rope attached. I know it's not a thick rope like that, but it just looks like it's tied down a little bit, doesn't it? If you didn't want it, you can take it off, or you can try another one. So if I weren't sure on that one, I'd click on another one, untick that one, and try another way. I'll just have just one there and one there. It's entirely up to you. You could even have one there. You have one wherever you want one to be, but it's just a quick sweep of it. Because if you go slow like that, it'll go all wonky and it don't look like a line. So Control and Z to undo that. So if you ever do anything wrong as well, you can just Control and Z. Now I'm liking that one actually, since I was just showing you, because it goes against the dark boat there. But obviously it don't look like the rope there, does it? And a thicker one I don't think would go. We can try. No. Yeah, so that one. Delete that one. And I'll delete that one, because these are closer to us. So that's going to be finer because it's further away. These are going to be thicker. So I like that. Yes, I like that one. So I'm going to delete that one, the one underneath. I'm going to keep that one. Might just reduce the opacity just a touch. And then Control Shift Alt and E to stamp your image together. Put my brushes away. And Control L again, might just pop it out a little bit more. Bring the midtones down a little bit. Click OK. Now I'm liking that. So what I'm going to do is linear light, filter, other, high pass. I'm going to just sharpen it up a little bit. You only need this a tad, because if you go over, it's too much. But have you seen it? The detail in that. Let me just zoom in. Look at the detail in that now. But a 3.2 is massively overdone. So just get it to a nice... 1.2, and then make a a vector mask. And just remove it again with your black, because we're on white there. So you choose black with your pen tool. You can keep your opacity quite high because we want to remove that high pass where you don't want it. So what you don't want to be sharpened, basically, you can just take away. See, my focus usually is just on the subject and some foreground interest. Because usually you don't want a lot of detail in your background area. So you just remove that. You just have the interest, that sharpness where you want it. So you can see it's grey there, so it's not, I can go over it again, make it black, or you can just make your opacity and your fill a little bit more, but I like to do everything in graduation so I can see, and I've, like I say, I've got more control then over that. So I'm loving that. So I think I'm happy with that. I'm loving that image. I don't know, I've tried a few birds, white birds flying in the corner. Let's just try it. What the hell? Let's try some birds. I think I've gone into the wrong form. I've got so many brushes. Where do I find them? Come out my watercolours. Trudy's final brushes, they're in here. Right, here we go. So I want them white. So remember, I've added a new layer. Create a new layer, which is a checkerboard. I choose the colour of the bird I want, or the colour of whatever Photoshop brush you choose, like a flower or clouds or bubbles, anything you like. And I only want distant birds, say those. So increase your opacity and increase your flow, and then you just place them where you think they might look okay. Maybe just go a bit bigger, so Control and Z, and then we can put them a bit bigger. Let's see if that'll go. I don't know if that messes up the scene. I don't know. Control and Z. Let's choose. Let's choose, like, say 3 birds. Let's see what 3 birds gives us. It's getting the size right. No, I don't like them. I might be leaving the birds out at this rate. Try those. No, don't like them. I don't think we need it because of all the, the splashes and things like that, the textured sky and things like that. I don't think it needs anything in the sky, because it's got enough there. So we'll leave the birds alone. That's a first for me. Everything usually has a bird in, but never mind. Not everything works, but it doesn't matter. Now, what I'm going to show you now as well, so I'm just going to stamp that again, Control Alt Shift and E, or you can just merge them. If you wanted to increase any colour at all in this image, but not the whole image, what I usually do is, you might know a totally different way. If you do, that's fine. But what I've learned is, if I go on the circle, which is like yin and yang circle, go to saturation. You'll see a little pointy hand there with the finger. Okay, so I just click on that, and I just click on, put the pen dropper there on the colour I am wanting to increase. So if I do like on the rust and then drag it right to increase, you'll see how it increases those tones only. You see? Just increases those tones and not the whole thing. So you can make it stand out, or you can take the colour totally away from something as well. So just get it to what you want it to be. And also you can do it with my blues. You see, so you can increase whatever colour you want to, or you can take it away. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so you can do that with anything you want. Any whites, lighten, any light blues. You just get it right for you. So you can check as well if you like it from before and after. I didn't do much of a difference there because obviously I didn't want to change it much. I just wanted to show you that procedure of just changing a colour in case you wanted to do that. Okay, so Control Alt Shift and E to merge again. And yes, I'm really happy with that. Don't know if anything needs darkening anywhere, or just think if there's anything else you could do. But no, I think I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, as always, I'm going to flatten my image. And then I'm going to go, I always like to see it with a border around. So I go on image, canvas size, inches. I like a big border sometimes. So 5, 5, when it works, 5 and 5, white border. And there you go. It always finishes it off when you see a white border around. So I know it's been a long while, but please, 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 please subscribe to my channel. I will always try and motivate, help you. You can send me messages if you're stuck. On my website, which is www.artthroughalens.co.uk. There's all my images there to give you some inspiration through looking through the galleries of my boats, houses, trees, selections and everything like that. Just to give you some ideas what you can do with your own photography. Also, I sell my texture bundles. Sometimes I have discount days as well. So if you subscribe to the emails, you'll get emails through from us to give you 20% off usually for subscribers only. So it's always worth subscribing. So ring the bell so you'll get notified if I ever put up a new image for you. And just get creating, get your photographs out, go through your libraries like I have, because this was taken months ago. And obviously I've not been out with my camera with setting all my business up at the moment, and framing and making gift bags and coasters, you name it. I've been a bit busy, so I do apologise. But I'm loving that now. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm going to print that out, and that's going to be at my market stall if I get a frame for it quickly. But no, that's gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. I'm in love with that now. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Okay. Get creating. Go through your library. Get the textures. Place them over the top. Try the weird looking ones. Try anything. Because it's like I say, you're not looking for something that will transform your old image. you're like looking for something like where you like it there, so you remove it from the rest of your photograph, or you like it in the sky, so you remove it from everywhere else. Every texture gives you something somewhere, going through your blend modes. So stick with it, keep creating, and tag me in your images, because I absolutely love to see them. And it's great, and it's a fantastic feeling knowing that I inspire absolutely each and every one of you. Okay, so have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll bring out a video short soon. Well, hopefully next week, if not in the next 2 weeks. Okay, see you soon. Thank you everybody for all your support. Thank you. Bye bye.